bought into that narrative that the CBC is just pro Trudeau or pro whoever is funding, whoever is the government at the time. I mean, if they were just sort of like government propaganda, then there wouldn't have been any negative stuff about Harper while he was in power. That part just doesn't make too much sense.
I think they did have some negative stuff about Harper. I wasn't a huge fan of like media and journalism that time, but I do think they were.
Yeah, they had anti-Harper stuff, and that's my point. That if CBC, was just biased towards whoever's in power or whatever government holds power of the day and propaganda outlet like that, they would never have had negative stuff about Harper.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's the thing. What I've been seeing is, I think you heard about the news about how like Trudeau was trying to help like all the asylum seekers and like have them live in the Montreal Olympic Stadium.
Well,
you heard about that, right? The refugees.
The Quebec government and the Montreal.
But Trudeau's basically involved with it. But like, okay. So here's the problem when it comes to like the refugee crisis. You do realize that these refugees, they're not really happy for where they are right now. And the way that they're being treated here in Canada actually are not good. Trudeau's giving them places in Hamilton where it's very developing, there's lots of poverty, lots of crime. It's not really good for someone that's coming from like a country all the way from like the Middle East to here. So that's one problem, right? So can you really think that Trudeau actually cares about it, or do you think he just wants the votes of these people?
With that, the problem is, when he says that like refugees are welcome in Canada, of course they're welcome, but the policies he currently has, with for example keeping the safe third country agreement. That means that
the funny thing, sorry to cut you off, but the funny thing is that the Trudeau government is giving billions of dollars to like Saudi Arabia to destroy these countries. So
it's a complete contradiction. You can't say you support human rights. You can't say you stand with the oppressed and all that when you are funding the oppressor. When you are funding Saudi Arabia, whether it's with Yemen, or funding terrorist groups who are the reason for these people being displaced. So of course I think any honest and sane person would say we should stop giving arms to Saudi Arabia. Then when Saudi Arabia actually uses the weapons we give them,
I don't think we give them weapons. I think we give them like vehicles. Yeah. But yeah, keep going. Yeah, you're saying?
Yeah, well, well, anyway, when they actually use the weapons, the vehicles, then the Canadian government is just like, oh, we have no idea how that happened. We were completely surprised, completely caught off guard. We had no idea they use the stuff we gave them.
Oh man, that's actually true though.
Yeah.
Well, I have a last question to ask you. There's always going to be fascism. There's always going to be racism. So it's not really you have to kick the people out. It's you have to kick the ideology out.
Absolutely.
So what is that solution?
I think you fight racism with ideas, with tolerance, and with education. I think there's a certain segment of people that will never really, embrace equality and tolerance and that. But I think, through educating people. Obviously, you can't just through force just throw out all the racists.
Yeah.
You need to reform their ideas. And I think we've seen lots of former white supremacists, former neo-Nazis that have said that it's my difference with some people in the anti-fascist movement, for example, that I have a problem with, that they think you beat violence and fascism with more violence.
And fascist tactics.
Yeah, really. They are using fascist tactics. I think you lose part of the moral high ground.
Wow.
And so the former white supremacists say that no one ever convinced me, when they were like throwing stuff at me or fighting me, that
to change my ideas.
Hey, I bet that guy's some good ideas. I mean, never.
Yeah.
You're not going to change minds and hearts like that. You need to do it through nonviolence, the way of Martin Luther King and Mandela and that. That is how you change hearts, minds, change ideas. That's how you get rid of racism, not the violence.
So would you ever talk to a Klan member or a neo-Nazi or a white supremacist? If they're very open-minded?
Open. Yes, I think I would. I would try to.
Because it's not like someone was born with that, right? Sometimes
no. It is some,
experiences, what they go through,
what they've grown up with,
or what they were raised with.
Yes, some people are like indoctrinated like that with their parents. So I would try to definitely educate those people, and so I think I would accept. I hear a lot of. One thing I've had like white supremacists say that against like biracial, multiracial people, saying that destroys both cultures. I'm AT. I think perfectly exemplifies both cultures. European and First Nation cultures living together. So those and other ways I would try to, of course, convince and educate white supremacists, white nationalists.
Yeah. So you do realize that, because this is on video, right? That if any of these anti-fascists hear this video, they can actually do something to you, right?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't think that's gonna happen? Just be careful, man. Just be careful.
I might get from some anti-fascists. I might get some bad words. Maybe yell at me.
Hey,
I'm not afraid of violence.
We have different views and whatnot, but we can still have communication, and that's what matters.
Yes, we can. I am a progressive. You are a conservative. We can have.
Oh, I'm not conservative.
You seem conservative.
I'm social libertarian.
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. You think? Yeah, that makes sense.
Have you ever done your political compass?
Huh?
Have you ever done your political compass?
I did that once. I was actually. They showed me pretty like a left libertarian.
Left libertarian.
Yeah, I'd say more of a social libertarian, but economic stuff, environmental stuff, of course, libertarians. Who's me?
Yeah.
I love what they say about civil liberties and about the Libertarian Party and about, of course, intervention and that. Intervention.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem is that people, they assume just because you have these views, you think you're already like a conservative or far right. You know that big rally that happened in Boston, that big counter protest. Well, here's the funny thing is that you watched it, right? Yeah. But did you actually watch the actual protest that was happening?
I did not. I went to that. I couldn't find any actual.
You want to know? Do you even want to know what was it about? It was actually an Indian guy just talking about Black Lives Do Matter. He was saying no to GMOs, and he was just talking about other government regulations. But the media convinced everyone, 30,000 people or more, that it was a white supremacist rally. But these people had signs that said Black Lives Do Matter. Legit, you can search it up. No lies.
I will. I'll look more into it and see. I just haven't heard that anywhere else, so I'll look into that.
Yeah, he's some Indian guy who's been battling against racism and all that stuff, and he's kind of like a social justice warrior. But yeah, there were different people. There were people from I think Black Lives Matter. They even invited one of the leaders to come and speak, but I guess no. But it's just weird that you hear people saying Black Lives Matter when the people in that actual protest, there were 50 people. They were having signs that say Black Lives Do Matter, and they would talk about other stuff about food. So I was just why is these people protesting against white supremacy when they're just talking about government regulation?
Well, I just don't know that specifically. I haven't heard that.
It's always good to do research, man. Always good to do research.
I'll be sure to look into that once I get home.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, just to finish the thought I was saying earlier, that you and me, we have very different views on many issues, but here we can talk to each other. We can debate on certain things and have a civilized conversation. And not just yell at each other. Not
just be each other's face and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Who knows? It might happen. Let's hope it's not gonna happen, but yeah, man. It's just my arm hurts because I worked out. Alright? I'll see you around though. I'll see you around. Okay, look at this, guys. Still going on. People. Wonder how much that banner costs. Oh, it's Kevin Mack.